Tonight, searching for answers after a deadly accident involving a gondola in Quebec that killed an Ontario man.
Still a lot of possible witness to meet.
The investigation at the popular tourist destination.
Because of what happened, we're going to climb.
After a cable car collided with a drilling machine. A child's fatal asthma attack aggravated by smothering wildfire smoke.
He was fighting so hard to breathe, and all I could say was tell him I love him.
New safety warnings as Canada breaks a record for scorched territory. Plus, a sweet new spin on a classic summer treat.
I haven't had ice cream in 10 years, so it's a pretty good option.
Serving up a dairy-free superfood.
CTV National News with Omar Sachedina.
Good evening, everyone. There are new details tonight about the fatal weekend tragedy at one of Canada's most popular resorts, now the site of a Quebec provincial police investigation. We learned today the man who died after he was ejected from a gondola at Mont-Tremblant on Sunday was 50 years old, from Kingston, Ontario, and that it was a drilling machine belonging to a third party that was involved in the collision. CTV's Vanessa Lee on what we know so far.
Signs of tragedy at Quebec's picturesque Mont-Tremblant resort. Activity on the mountain has come to a standstill as investigators try and figure out how a gondola ride turned deadly.
There is a lot of people going there during the weekend, so still a lot of possible witness to meet.
Quebec provincial police say a drilling machine struck two gondolas halfway up the mountain just before noon yesterday. One was empty. Two people were inside the other. The force of the impact threw them from the cabin, and they fell several meters to the ground. 50-year-old Sheldon Johnson of Kingston, Ontario, died in hospital, and a woman in her 50s is in critical condition. She was also visiting from Ontario. Authorities say they don't know why the drilling machine was in operation, especially near a moving gondola. Police have not yet spoken to the operator, who was treated for shock.
The drill is going to be expertise also before we advance any possible criminal accusation.
Normally, the panoramic gondola takes passengers to the summit of Mont-Tremblant all year round.
We had originally planned to take the gondola, but because of what happened, we're going to climb.
A video on its website says the cable car moves slower during the summer, around a 15-minute ride, to give visitors more time to admire the view.
It's hard. It's a very difficult time. It's a difficult time for us. It's hard for all the staff, and we're really with the family.
Quebec's Workplace Health and Safety Board is also investigating. Staff say they don't know when the gondola will reopen. Omar.
Vanessa Lee in Montreal. The BC coroner has issued a province-wide safety bulletin tonight after a 9-year-old boy in 100 Mile House died of asthma, aggravated by suffocating wildfire smoke. That smoke was clearly visible at the Canadian Rockies International Airport in Cranbrook, where all flights were canceled. Here's CTV's Bill Fortier on the military reinforcements to battle what has already been a record-breaking wildfire season.
In fire-ravaged British Columbia, hot, dry conditions have pushed the number of active wildfires to near 400, most out of control. And small amounts of rain in the forecast aren't expected to provide much help.
It just slows them down, and then of course they build back up with the heat that is inevitably on its way.
Right now, the worst fires are burning in the north, but that could change.
We've had that kind of prolonged drought also in the south, so there is potential for fire activity here as well, for sure.
More than 2,000 firefighters and military personnel are battling back, 180 from outside Canada, and more are on the way.
Potentially up to 1,000 additional international support bodies could be here soon.
The danger of the job becoming clear with the death of a second firefighter in just days. He was working in the Fort Liard district of the Northwest Territories Saturday. Last Thursday, 19-year-old Devin Gale was killed by a falling tree while fighting a fire near Revelstoke, BC. The fires across Western Canada have also created dangerously low air quality.
When we came home, he seemed fine.
This central BC family thought they had 9-year-old Carter's asthma under control, but last week he died in hospital after a coughing fit. The Vigs say their doctors told them wildfire smoke may have played a role.
The smoke just exasperated it so much more, and he tried, but he couldn't fight through it this time.
Already this wildfire season, Canada has smashed a previous record with around 100,000 square kilometers burned, roughly the surface area of Lake Superior and Lake Ontario combined, and the season is only about halfway done. Bill Fortier, CTV News, Edmonton.
And wildfire smoke from Canada is once again crossing the border. 85 million Americans are under air quality alerts in Chicago, New York, and Cleveland related to the haze. While in the south, a deadly heat dome is fueling fires in California and pushing temperatures in Phoenix past the 43-degree mark for 18 days straight, putting some hospitals at crisis levels.
Our waiting room is filled with people with heat and heat-related illness. They just want to get in from the heat.
70 million people are under heat alerts across 15 states. The heat is also just as brutal across southern Europe. Rome hit 39 degrees today, with health authorities issuing warnings that even healthy people could be at risk during the hottest parts of the day. The risk from Russia's invasion of Ukraine will now spill outside of that country's borders once again. The Kremlin has pulled out of a deal allowing Ukrainian grain to ship through the Black Sea. That's threatening to raise prices in nations where food is already in short supply. It comes after a blast knocked out a critical link to Crimea. CTV's Annie Bergeron-Oliver reports.
A vital supply route for Russian troops in occupied Crimea has been attacked for the second time in less than a year. The Kremlin calls the overnight bombing of the 20-kilometer Kerch Bridge a terrorist attack and is blaming Kyiv for the death of 2 people. While he says it's not retaliation, hours after the incident, Russian President Vladimir Putin pulled out of a grain deal that is credited with keeping 100 million people from falling into extreme poverty.
Right now, he is just exploring different strategies, how to look that he is still actually in power.
Putin's decision ends a crucial deal brokered last summer by the United Nations and Turkey. It forced Russia to guarantee safe passage for Ukrainian ships carrying millions of tons of wheat, corn, and other grains into and out of ports on the Black Sea. Those shipments destined for many countries dealing with rising hunger.
Today's decision by the Russian Federation will strike a blow to people in need everywhere.
More than 345 million people are currently facing high levels of food insecurity. Without the grain deal, there are fears grain prices will go up and shipments to Europe and Africa will decrease. Ukraine can still safely ship through the Danube River ports, but they're far less efficient.
The scale of global food insecurity is too great for any one shock not to have an effect. So really, the deal needs to be back on, and policymakers need to be looking to the future to secure the sustainability of the food supply.
Russia says it's ending the deal until its own food and fertilizer shipments to the world are increased. Right now, however, its exports are on track for another record year. Ukraine has vowed to do everything it can to continue using the Black Sea corridor, but without Russia's agreement, the voyage, Omar, is extremely risky.
All right, Annie, thank you. There is late word tonight. A Toronto area businessman who arrived to this country as a newcomer himself has managed to accomplish what various levels of government could not: find food, water, and shelter for refugees forced to sleep on the streets, including pregnant women.
Head to everyone in the government, and they're listening to me, I hope. That shows that when Canadians, when Torontonians decide to get something done, we can get it done. And if we can, they can for sure, and they can do it in one night. We have buses, and we will share with you some videos that took them to a church in North York. And we will be providing them with a place to sleep, to shower, and to have a roof above their head.
CTV's Adrian Gobriel on the intervention and an issue some say has shattered the ideal of the Canadian dream.
For many here, it began with spending a single night sleeping on the unforgiving pavement.
Days keep going by, keep going by.
Weeks after arriving, their bags sit unpacked. Some have moved into tents. For these asylum seekers, the dream of a better life in Canada remains just that.
What is going on in Canada?
In May, the City of Toronto announced that temporary federal funding received to help house refugees and asylum seekers had run out. As a result, those seeking shelter in the country's largest city are now being turned away, leading to this passionate call to action from the first African-Canadian woman ever elected to Parliament.
As Canadians, as Ontarians, we need to do better than this.
According to the City of Toronto, the shelter system is full and currently accommodates 9,000 people a night. More than 3,000 are refugees. City Hall says it's using its own reserve fund to house them. Newly minted Mayor Olivia Chow wants Ottawa to provide $160 million in emergency funding. The Immigration Minister's office says it's open to working with the city, but claims that housing and supports for asylum seekers are the responsibility of provinces and municipalities.
We're bringing new people into the country, but we're not ensuring that there's a place for them to go, even on an interim basis.
Toronto's former chief city planner has sat down with federal ministers and proposed housing solutions for immigrants and refugees. She claims the federal government has remained willfully ignorant.
If we're in a crisis and we need more housing, why is the government taxing every housing unit with HST?
Would reducing the HST entice developers like yourself to build more affordable housing?
Absolutely. It would make a significant difference.
In an effort to solve the current problem here on the streets, all three levels of government will be meeting for a second time tomorrow. Toronto's mayor says she's expecting tangible solutions that can be implemented right away. Adrian Gabriel, CTV News, Toronto.
Forensic experts brought together by Indigenous leaders in Manitoba insisted today the search for missing Indigenous women at a Winnipeg area landfill can proceed safely, despite doubts from the Premier, who has refused the search.
There's always these excuses that you hear from the provincial government about health and safety risks. It can be done and it should be done and it needs to be done. And this work in terms of a landfill search has been done successfully in Ontario already.
Protesters have been blocking a road to a landfill for more than a week, despite a temporary injunction to end the blockade, which police haven't yet enforced. Protesters are also planning a second demonstration at the Canadian Museum for Human Rights. New developments tonight in the string of murders on Long Island, New York, going back more than a decade. Police sifted through storage units linked to a suburban dad, now accused serial killer. CTV's Joy Malbin has the latest.
Police say Rex Heuermann was leading a double life.
Rex!
A professional, a family man, living in the suburbs near New York.
I'm an architect, I'm an architectural consultant, I'm a troubleshooter.
Now behind bars, accused of being a serial killer, pleading not guilty to the murders of these three young women. He's also a prime suspect in a fourth. Their remains were discovered a decade ago, wrapped in burlap along Gilgo Beach on Long Island.
He had a series of burner phones, fictitious email accounts, and he definitely bifurcated his life as to what he did behind closed doors and what the public saw.
From witnesses to phone records, police matched Heuermann's DNA from pizza crust to a hair on one of his victims. Detectives now looking for links to 6 other unsolved beach murders. Combing through this storage facility, searching for so-called trophies from victims, such as earrings or locks of hair, and pulling evidence from his home. That's where investigators discovered a locked metal door in his basement containing hundreds of weapons.
Yeah, it's over 200 guns. He had an arsenal in his in a vault that he had downstairs. So it's concerning. Anytime somebody has that type of arsenal, we have some concerns.
What also concerned police? If the killer would strike again. They say he taunted his victims and their families. Dominique Vidal says she was part of a business group with Heuermann.
Hey, this is Rex.
Sharing this February voicemail, she remembers a chilling conversation they had about true crime podcasts.
He asked me if I had a favorite case, and then he asked me if I knew about the Gilgo Beach murders.
Police say Heuermann was obsessed, scouring the internet about the victims and violent pornography. His DNA now part of a police database to see if there's any connection to other cold case files. Omar?
All right, Joy, thank you. Coming up, kicking off in Australia.
The excitement's building.
Team Canada prepares to take the field at the Women's World Cup. The Women's World Cup, one of the biggest sporting events on the planet, kicks off on Thursday in Australia and New Zealand. And the Canadian women are aiming to add to the Olympic gold they won in Tokyo. And now they're just days away from their first match against Nigeria. Here's TSN's Claire Hanna in Melbourne.
After a training camp that lasted just over 2 weeks on Australia's Gold Coast, the Canadian women's national soccer team arrived in Melbourne and had their first training session at Olympic Park. The Canadians had this sense of intensity and focus as they know their first match of the Women's World Cup is coming up.
I think today's session made it feel like that. We needed it, I think, just to get our legs moving after a couple of days off. But yeah, the excitement's building, and I felt like today we had some real good Canada fans.
Now, of this 23-player roster, 6 are making their World Cup debut in Australia.
Yeah, I'm definitely nervous. This is the biggest stage that there is. I've definitely reached out to some veterans, and a lot of veterans have reached out to me if I need help with anything, don't hesitate to ask.
Now, ahead of their training session, there was a welcome addressment from a local Aboriginal chairman, Charles Pakina. He recognized Canada for what they've done in terms of social change and how they've put the women's soccer game on the stage internationally. And he finished by saying, "Don't let the Americans win." But right now, the focus for Canada is on Nigeria, their first opponent in Group B. Head coach Bev Priestman says up until this point, the focus of the Canadians has been on themselves, doing some self-improvement. But she says starting on Tuesday, which will be a closed-door practice, their focus is going to shift to Nigeria and how to attack their style of play. Claire Hanna, TSN, Melbourne.
And you can watch all of Canada's games and all the World Cup matches on CTV and TSN starting this Thursday. Nike is permanently cutting ties with Hockey Canada over its handling of sexual assault allegations. The sportswear giant initially hit pause back in October following backlash from a number of high-profile companies, but has now severed the sponsorship for good. Hockey Canada has paid out more than $7 million in sexual abuse settlements using money from players' registration fees. Still ahead.
I knew immediately that was me.
Counting down to a special reunion between a Canadian soldier and the woman he saved during the Second World War. A remarkable reunion is about to take place in Ottawa between a veteran and a child he saved in Holland during the Second World War. CTV's Katie Griffin on how they reconnected 8 decades later.
At 98 years young, Dr. Rolly Armitage has seen a lot.
I was driving a Jeep in 1944 in Holland near the Eindhoven airport.
And it's what happened on that night he hasn't been able to get out of his mind even after all these years.
And I thought I saw a movement as I went by. I thought it was going to be a soldier or something. It wasn't. So I backed up, and there's 2 little kids in the ditch.
A boy around 6 years old, he thought, and a little girl, just 3.
So I dug them out. It was cold, cold, cold. I took them to the field kitchen.
He says the boy went home. They took the girl to a nunnery. Armitage moved on with the troops and never knew what happened to her. This spring, Armitage told his story to Dutch media, hoping against all odds to somehow figure out who that little girl was.
When I seen the newspaper clipping and I read it, I knew immediately that was me, because I had told that story so many times in my life.
That's Sonia Jobs, now 83.
And I remember going in the kitchen, but I knew it wasn't a kitchen in a home. It was a kitchen like a tent.
Jobs grew up in Holland and married an American soldier. She now lives in Minnesota.
I remember being on somebody's shoulders, being carried, and I was cold.
She too has never forgotten the person who saved her that night.
It's like a miracle to me that this happened. And when I talked to him, we didn't talk very long, But when I talk to him, it's unbelievable.
The boy Armitage helped is named Jan, now 85. Armitage and Jobs will reunite in Ottawa next month.
I'm going to say thank you, and I'm going to give him a big hug, and maybe I won't let go. And I'm sure I'll be crying because it's been very emotional for me.
A reunion 80 years in the making. Katie Griffin, CTV News.
That's just an incredible story. A sweater made famous by Princess Diana is going on the auction block at Sotheby's. The wool red sweater featuring a single black sheep among white ones was worn by then 19-year-old Lady Diana Spencer at a polo match in 1981, not long after her engagement to Prince Charles. There's speculation the black sheep was due to her feeling that she was an outsider in the royal family. It's estimated the sweater will go for up to $80,000 once bidding opens August 31st. After the break, the sweet bean being turned into a dairy-free ice cream. A high-protein, high-fiber superfood is now making its way into desserts. Food scientists are taking the lupin bean and using it to make dairy-free treats. As CTV's Jill Makashan reports, in Winnipeg for the first time, it's being served in a cone.
At Winnipeg's popular Bridge Drive-In, ice cream is always on the menu. Cones and sundaes, and something a little different.
I haven't had ice cream in 10 years, so it's a pretty good option for me.
Vegan, dairy-free, this soft serve is made from sweet lupin. To get here, you start with this. Sweet lupin looks like a soybean, high in nutrients like vitamin C, calcium, magnesium, iron, and zinc. It's predominantly been used in animal feed, but humans are seeing the potential. Popular in Asia and Australia, now some are calling sweet lupin North America's next superfood.
It's got one of the highest protein and dietary fiber combined per acres than any other plants that we know.
Just 3 square kilometers of sweet lupin was grown in Canada this year. The Bridge Drive-In is believed to be the first in the country to use a liquid form of lupin in its soft serve. It's not exactly a healthy ice cream. There's still sugar, but that high protein content is essential.
Protein's like an important component of making good ice cream. It gives you the texture and mouthfeel. We think, it's definitely the best vegan soft serve product we've ever come across, and we're also developing a hard ice cream out of it too.
Ice cream might just be the start of sweet lupin's success. Already, food scientists are looking at it as a milk substitute in cheese and butter. The crop for next year is expected to grow tenfold as more producers and consumers learn about sweet lupin, a bean starting to get its just desserts. Jill Makashan, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Got a craving now. That's a snapshot of this Monday for all of us at CTV National News. Thank you for watching, and good night.